Survivor Speaks is the name at the end of the day. People love me or hate me, I don't care either way. Breast cancer busted through like a leaf in the night. A cancer's ass is knocked out before the end of the fight. A champion coming through, knocking everything out. This is how if you see, I do nothing for clout. Just like cancer, I'll let nothing take me out. So be respectful when you step foot inside of my house. Or prepare to have your ass escorted on out. So hop up out the bushes, wrap your feet, take a seat, and get comfortable and chill with your girl. Survivor Speaks, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Who, what? I'm Survivor Speak. What time is it? What time is it? It's time for you to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you get a notification each and every time that I go live. Yeah, it's Survivor Speaks and it's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Peace. This video under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, education, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Smash that like button. Let's go. Hello again, y'all. It's your girl, Survivor Speak, your favorite breast cancer survivor. I'm so sorry about the other video. If you came back, I'm grateful for you. So I'm going to get right into it, so I won't hold you here long. It is in the wee hours of the morning, but we could not hear on the other video, so I had to 86 it. So just for the sake of the video, let me just briefly tell what the video is about. So this is the Robin Howington case, filled with twists, contradictions, and shocking claims, from multiple stories to a mystery man's involvement, an African-American mystery man involvement. So this case has left many asking what really happened. So we're going to break down the details here in just one moment. Let me get over here and make sure that I'm on the right page. You said you are the chat disconnect. Please wait to try. We not even here. We're not even over there anymore. I don't know what y'all talk about. We over here on a different goddamn on live. So it's just in the back. It's just doing too much. Hey Nessa, thank you for coming back and working with my career. I've been testing the system for months. Months. And I try to test it again today. And, I'm getting ready to tell the people, look, give me a refund for the rest of the month. Listen, I ain't got it. Y'all know I'm not paying for 2 subscriptions, and that one don't never work. So we got you here, Nessa. We got people in the bushes. Hello to you if you're in the bushes. But yeah, let's get on. Let me just get right to it, so that I'm so upset that it was working out so well, and then I guess it was working out too well. And so there we go. So we're gonna run through this real quick. I will bring the video over and stop the video and do just a quick 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me see what this is. Where is this? Oh yeah, she was a single mother who turned to drugs. She turned to drug dealing to make ends meet. Ain't nobody trying to judge her, but it is what it is. So let me go ahead and share the screen. I'm just gonna, for the sake of the video, ciao. I know I'm gonna be up. All right, so why would they do that over there? I mean, it's just crazy. But all right, for the sake of the video, we're gonna run through it, and so that way it's not confusing. So I'll just start it right. Let me turn no one down, and so no one is anybody looking for music to put behind their contact no one. All right, let's go. Let's see if something. What Let me see what is even going on over here. It shouldn't even be. Let me play the video and see what happens first.
I don't know what you to do with this at my house, and he started to start me. Please hurry. I'm looking for some jobs. What, you just have to write down now? Yes. Who did it? The guy that's walking to your door? Yes. Okay, what's your name, ma'am? Robin. Okay, where's your daughter at, ma'am? She's on the couch. Where did you shoot her at, ma'am? Okay. We're on our way. I've already sent it, brother. We're on our way now. She's laying on the couch. Oh, my God. What do you do? Let's just speak with memory, sir. The guy who did that, the white left her sin. He's black. Okay. What was he wearing? He had a black shirt on. Okay. Did he say anything when you got up the door? No. Okay. Well, then he's just laying there. Oh, my God. Please come down. We're on our way, Miss Robin. Let me speak to him.
As the call taker transfers the call.
All right, and so they transfer the call, but she goes outside, as we all know, to dump the weapon. She goes outside, she dumps the weapon, she comes back in, and she calls 911 again. So let me get to her second call. Wait, I think
to push and then returns.
Okay, all right. So here we go. Oh, I thought that I had took that off the screen, but whatever. Child, that's me now. My eyes is about crossed. All right.
Push and then returns.
So this is the second call. Second 911 call. Now, so you don't have to drop the link because I mean the trigger warning is fine, but the rest of them you don't have to drop them. Nobody, because it's...
No. Okay. Do you want to try to take the order? Please just come back. This is how the light is. She is breathing. She is breathing. She is breathing? Yes. How old is she? She's 5. How old? 5. 5? Yes. Okay. I'm going to help her away. They've been on the way since she was very first call, okay? Is that how you're crying? No, that's my son. That's your son. Okay. Yes. Okay. You're telling me as fast as I can. I promise. Okay, but she is breathing. Is she able to speak to you at all? Is she conscious at all? No. Stephanie. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Okay, you have no idea who it was that shot her? No, I didn't know. I told my God. Okay. They're here now. Okay. All right, go talk to them. Okay.
So she tells them that they are there now, and they tell her to go ahead and talk to the officer. So now we're going to get to really quick the first officer. All right, so let me bring him back. Oh, let me bring him on over. And so this is the officer, first officer on the scene.
And I walked in. I think I maybe just kind of cracked the door and I said, "Did you call 911?" And she was like, "Yeah," and kind of waved me in. And I kind of walked in and I go, "Is anybody hurt?" And she just kind of points to behind her. And that's when I saw
Officer Cummings.
That's horrible that he had more feeling than she had about what he saw. We're going to get to the second part of his video. And it's a shame because over there I did have the video of her on the screen already, but being that I had made it for that system, I don't have it over here. So it's just crazy. So I guess Destiny is an angel now. Flying high above to watch over her little brother. Her mother is incarcerated right where she needs to be. We don't need her walking the streets. All right, so here we go for the second part of Officer Cummings' testimony.
Did you have occasion to go look on the side of that house that night?
we did. So a couple of us got together and decided to go search that, again, we'll say the left side of that the house in that yard. And there on that side, under a bush, we found a firearm.
All right, so he's just telling you the part about them searching on the side of the bush and finding the firearm. And so actually, hold on, I skipped over the opening statements. I think I did skip right over got right into it. Listen. I think I got right into it, skipped right on over the opening statement. The opening statements from the... Oh, maybe that's how the video started. Because... they ain't getting no opening statement. If I skipped over the opening statement, then we not having it. I think that's what happened. So we're gonna get right past him and get right on to the next. But it's really a shame how, like I said, the officer had more. He felt more than she did. All right, so this is what we actually... All right, so no, I did. That was because... Okay. That is just how they did it. Wait, I'm confused. I'm confusing my own daggone self. All right, let's just go. I don't know what happened. I'm going to just start right here with this witness because this is where we was trying to be at over there. So I'll start with this witness. I don't understand when I go back, it goes... All right, so this chick meets this lady in the bathroom, Yeah, it's crazy. They had the opening statements later. So what I did was I rearranged it so that it could be in order because they kind of like did the opening statement afterwards. So I had when I arranged it when I did the clips for the video, I had put it in order because yeah, it just made more sense to me. But all right. This thing will not. I'm gonna start it right from here. Child, I can't even get the daggone the thing straight. All right, so here we go. Let's go.
You see this individual. What happens next?
She's trying to hand me a phone. She's like, please take my phone and just throw it anywhere.
Did she tell you why she wanted to get rid of her phone?
I asked her why, and she said a man had come into her house and shot her daughter, and that she was needing to get rid of her phone because the cops were going to take it.
Were there any other reasons she said she might want to get rid of that phone to you?
She had mentioned something about selling drugs, and she said the cops would think she had something to do with it.
Okay. Do you recall this individual's demeanor when you're interacting with her?
She was just nervous, acting and fidgety.
Okay. Did you take that phone from her that evening?
No, I didn't.
What did you do?
I just kept telling her, I'm sorry, I don't want to be a part of it. Then I went on up to wash my hands, and she kept following me up there, like begging, please, please, just help me. And
After the witness tipped off police about Robin's suspicion.
All right, so let me take this off because I don't want them to be trying to, yeah. So we're going to go right on to the next thing, which is, I don't know why they did it like this. I want to, all right, so this is the interrogation, yeah. So this is the interrogation, so it's not, this part is not out of order, but the other part, I don't know why they did it like that. But for this part, I thought it went in between the other parts because the detective that's coming up. But maybe they'll show another part of the interrogation. So for the sake of the video, I know you guys were here, but let's just go through this really.
Unknown black male was responsible for the shooting. Then, under pressure, she pointed the finger at Destiny's.
Okay, so no, this is not, they're not, oh, wait a minute. All right, so that's what happened. I'm sorry, y'all. So that one was, that was them just showing the interrogation room. It had no, so this is where they start the opening statement, which is kind of crazy, but it's not me, it's them.
For that reason, you will always hear first from the
Okay, so this is the opening statement.
state. General Ammons, you are recognized on behalf of the state for your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. September the 14th, 2019. Destiny Oliver was 5 years old. Along with her brother Gavin, who was 2 years old, and her mother, Robin Howington, the defendant, in this case, went to a park. They would have played, they would have laughed, just like any kids, just like any family. And they would return home. What was different about this night was that was the last time Destiny Oliver would ever play in the park.
She starts crying on
That's what this case is about.
She crying about
A little
nothing.
girl in life far too short. One person's deceit, lies, and deception to cover up their crime, their negligence. And the person's the defendant, Robin Howington.
So yeah, basically she started crying on cue. Nobody cares about those crocodile tears. You unalived the whole child and still didn't give any reason. There is a timeline that I didn't get to show because I on the other video but I'm going to show you this timeline because it puts some things into perspective, right? So this is a timeline. At 8:42 p.m., her and her children arrived home. They were at the park. 8:46 p.m., there was a man that came to her home that was there briefly. She said that he was the guy that tints windows. All right, I'll let her tell that when she get on the stand. All right, let's go. 8:50, so Robin goes back outside. They left that time off. She goes back outside. She goes outside because she parked her car temporarily to bring the kids in the house. So she says. So she runs back outside now. It's between 8:46 and 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, she parked that car. She moved the car and parked it. She live in a house. So why the mailman would be upset because of where she parked is beyond me. But anywho, at 8:53 is when she placed the first 911 call. So there was 3 minutes in between when she went in the house and when she dialed 911. Sounds like it is a minute, something that's just minute, but it's not. You can pow somebody in 3 minutes. All right. So then now we're going to go to, I just wanted to briefly stop there and show you that. All right, so let's bring and here listen to her attorney with his greasy looking self. Let's hear what he got to say.
Judge told me that opening statements are not evidence. I'll tell you one thing you can do. You can hold us to those statements. If you recall in Board Ireland, they stood up there and said, well, no one's going to try to tell you that Miss Howington intended to shoot her daughter. That sure sounds like what he was saying at the end. Her gun. She had the gun. Mm-hmm. All these lies, all these inconsistencies. I want you to pay attention to this.
He did have the pow.
Because we've talked already, and you will hear again, that she was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder for about 18 months, medically treated. And the police go through her purse at the end of the interview and ask her what every one of them's for, and that's what they were. She tells them that she's been raped and she's nervous speaking in a room with 2 male police officers. There's a female police officer right out in the hallway.
Please pay attention to what he just said.
The 2 of them sit there and talk to her, and when she says she's been raped, Mr. Little there loses his mind. He jumps up and starts yelling and screaming, "Are you kidding me? That's what you're concerned about? Your daughter's dead." Now, how do you think that helps with PTSD? This is an interview room that we're in.
So I want y'all to pay attention to the fact that he said that she was great, right? She didn't say by who. He never said by who. I want y'all, that's important to me. That's something that stood out to me. She said that she was great in the interrogation room by a police officer. That's what she said, in the interrogation room. When she gets her dumb behind on the stand, she doesn't say by a police officer. So that's her attorney, even though he knows opening statements are opening statements, but that's your client. Did your client tell you that she was great by a police officer? Because you never let that come out of your mouth. When she got on the stand, she lied about a lot of stuff, but she would not say she was raped by a police officer. Because if she would have said that on the stand, the prosecution could say Did you tell anybody that an officer raped you? You know, she could have easily said, no, I just was so intimidated, whatever. She did not repeat that on the stand. But you told a whole lot of other lies. Why not? I don't like, why not? You've been lying the whole daggone time. All right, so her attorney was upset by the way that the officer got upset with her in this interrogation room. It's a small child, for Petey's sake. Anybody that has children and they're called to a scene and it's only you and your two children there. One is 2. The 5-year-old is pow. You're playing games with stories. If he's a father, an uncle, a brother, he's somebody's son. He's a child. He may have a daughter. He has a mother, an aunt, a cousin that, anybody. Emotions get to rolling because you keep telling them so many different versions of this story. So many different people committed this crime. So yeah, he got mad. And he does not hold back and try to sugarcoat it when he is on a stand either. Neither one of these detectives. I think they did some excellent work, and I think they did excellent on the stand against her attorney, who you can tell is a pit bull in the courtroom. You can tell he is a pit bull in the courtroom. Oh, you little sister, you just woke up. Yeah, it's a whole long story. We ain't even gonna get into it, but yeah. So this is the story about Robin Howington unalived her daughter, Destiny Oliver. So this is the Cliff Notes version of thank you so much, Eula. This is the Cliff Notes version of the video. This is our second attempt at this live, so I'm just kind of rushing through it because some of the other people have been here with me on the other system in here now too. So we're just up to this interrogation. So as you see, it says September 14th of 2019, 2 hours and 39 minutes after she made the second 911 call.
Okay, you were using that phone then. What happened to that phone in a 30-minute time frame from the time you got or left that house till you got to UT Hospital? That phone, okay, that phone has been thrown somewhere wet. We knew this for a living. We're not dumb. This is your chance to tell the truth.
Let's try it. I know at the hospital you said you had to go to the bathroom,
right?
And you tried to give your phone to some lady, correct? And she wouldn't take it. So after she didn't take the phone, what'd you do with it?
I'm not gonna charge you.
Ran the water on it.
I don't want to talk, man, because I'm afraid.
So your child is dead, and you don't want to talk.
But it's because.
So what? No. So what you're telling us is you don't care.
It's not.
You don't care.
I got raped by a police officer. So please.
Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Your daughter is dead,
I know that.
and you don't want to tell us who killed your child?
No.
Lord have mercy, man. You have a heart, you have a soul.
Don't worry about being charged for throwing that phone in the toilet.
You're right. No, she will be charged. You're going to be charged with tampering. That's tampering with evidence. I'm serious to God. You're going to go to jail next night. You can lawyer up, do what you want to. We want the truth from you. If you tell us the truth, then by George, I'll call the DA's office and tell them, hey, let's slow the road here. But if you will sit here and get us on this, then we're not going to help you.
So, okay, so next up is one of the detectives that was in the room. Oh no, you're not silly at all, Eula. No. We yeah, you're not. No question is silly to me. Like, this is about 2 or 3 people that's here. They've been, dealing with my shenanigans, helping me test the system. It just didn't work out well. So we're here. So actually, we didn't get this testimony right here. But the lady, I don't understand why I understand why they just played that part of the interrogation video. It's because her attorney has an issue. He takes issue with the way that he yelled at her. But at that point, she said she wanted a lawyer because she was raped by a male police officer. That's the only time that she's going to say it. I don't know if she doesn't watch television or know that they play these interrogations in court. But she would not say it again. Her attorney didn't say it in court. He said that she was raped, but not by an officer. And when she gets on the stand, she does not say she was raped by an officer, because that is going to open the door for them to ask her, what officer did you tell somebody? Even if she didn't tell somebody and she just got raped by an officer, she would be able to say, I was in this town, I did this, this happened, whatever. She would be able to explain it. And we know it's triggering. I'm not, saying that to trigger anybody that's been raped. But in this case, this woman, why is your daughter unalived? You blamed it on an African-American male, some random male that just bust through your door and pow-powed your daughter. Then the police officer gave her the idea that it was her daughter's father. She ran with it. But the whole idea of red rum, she put it out there. They didn't even suspect her. They weren't even looking at her. But when you get to the hospital and say you got to go to the restroom and you are begging a stranger to take your cell phone, and that woman did not. She went right out there, told her husband, and her husband told the police what happened. So when they sees her cell phone is wet. Either she threw it in the toilet or she ran water on it. I don't think she threw it in no toilet. I believe she just ran water on it. So, but that didn't help you either, because they got you on camera dumping the pow behind the daggone bushes. They didn't know what it was. But the neighbors said, "Listen, it's on the camera. You done dump. It was the pow. You have gun residue on you, and so does your 2-year-old son. But when you resort to start blaming your 2-year-old son for this crime, child." So this is the first detective. They don't take no mess from this attorney. However he try to twist it, however it go.
Detective, as a professional who deals with rape cases, do you get training on how to deal with rape?
I've dealt with several rapes over my career.
Do you get training on how to deal with rape?
Yes, sir.
Would you say that's what you did in response to her informing you she was nervous because she's in a little room with 2 male police officers, and 18 months before she was raped by a male police officer?
I think at the point where I got a little out. Well, let's just say frustrated. I was extremely frustrated. Yes, sir.
Oh, but that's not what you said.
Yes, sir.
No, you told Wardlaw says you say, I'm sorry. After you work through all that after a bit, you say we came off. Oh, I'm sorry. I came off a little like an asshole. Here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And Wardlaw says we're dealing with a 5-year-old. We take this seriously.
Yes, sir.
And you said, no, I'm angry.
I was angry.
No, we take this seriously. And you said, no, I'm angry.
I agree.
Who were you angry at?
I was angry with Miss Howington.
The grieving mother.
I would disagree with your explanation. I'm not sure how she was grieving, but to not cooperate with an investigation baffled me.
2 minutes and 40 seconds into your interview. 10 minutes and 30 seconds into your interview. You were so angry with her that you leaped from the chair and start screaming at her, come over the table, pointing your finger and saying, are you kidding me? Your daughter's dead and that's what you're concerned about?
Yes, sir, I said that.
And you tell her you don't care about tampering charges, right?
I want her to be truthful with me about what happened. At this point in time, we weren't aware that Gavin was the suspect in the crime.
You told her you don't care about tampering charges.
As well as I told her I didn't care about drugs as well.
You told her...
Yes, sir, I did tell her that.
And then you jump from your chair and say, you're going to jail tonight.
She's lying. She's lying, sir.
Well, Does that sound like a man who doesn't care about tampering charges to you?
I'm trying to get her to cooperate with this investigation.
I believe someone in this interview used the term, once a fibber, always a fibber.
I believe later on, I saw it yesterday, you shaking your head. Yes, sir.
That was you, correct?
I said that. Yes, sir.
So when you tell her, I don't care about tampering charges, and then burst out into your outrage about you're going to jail tonight for tampering, would she have any reason to believe that you're anything but a fibber?
I'm not sure what she believes. I can't speak for her.
You fibbed, right? I don't care. You're going to jail for it.
After about 10 or 12 lies, yes, she's committing crimes. Correct.
You believe that couch looks high, tall, seat party?
Sure.
And in that video of the walkthrough, you and Wardlaw stand beside it. It comes up out to your knees. Does that make a high couch to you?
Okay, I'll agree with you. It's an average couch. It's a normal couch.
So why was it necessary to talk about how high the couch was?
Sir, it's a normal couch.
But talking about how high it was made the story sound less likely that Gavin could have shot her.
You know what? Again, how many versions did she give us?
I'm not asking you about how many versions she gave you. I'm asking you about the versions you gave.
I did not believe her son was capable of shooting his sister. How in the world can a 2-year-old child know where a gun is, go get a gun, drag a stool? This is all my thought process. So
I'm telling me that as a homicide investigator, you are not aware of the multiple times a year that small children get guns and shoot people with them.
It's happened, absolutely.
So
it's happened.
Why are you acting so shocked that a 2-year-old could get a gun and shoot someone? It's just not believable.
Sir, you've seen the interview. I'm not going to tell you to put you do this for a living, I do it for a living. You're a criminal defense attorney. I disagree with you. She was lying and being dishonest. I'm trying to understand and comprehend this mess.
So you thought that you would get more truth from her if you lied and were dishonest?
Sir, I don't know that I lied to her. I disagree with you. That's misrepresentation of my words.
You told her the couch was too high for him to be able to do
I did say that.
And now, you did, and now you say
it
didn't happen. It's a normal couch.
For conversation, I'm going to agree with you because it's going to be an argument. It's a normal couch.
Agree with me because you don't want
It's a normal couch, sir.
It's a normal couch.
It's a normal couch.
And
Yes,
so
sir.
when you said it was
Yes,
too
sir.
high for this
I
to
agree with
happen
you.
to Gavin, you were lying.
I agree, sir. I did not have any intent to lie to this young lady. I'm not trying to put anything in her head besides get the truth.
How do you have to put things in people's head to get them to tell the truth?
Sir, we're investigating the death of her 5-year-old little girl.
I know, and you know that no matter how many times you say that, it doesn't change anything, right?
Absolutely. It doesn't change things in your mind.
No, it doesn't. We're talking about what was said, why, and how.
Sure.
And we're talking about who was the fibber in this interview. And I'm telling you, you didn't come off too good on the fibber scale either, did you?
Sir, are you calling me a liar?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I disagree with you.
All right. So he's trying to spin the narrative. Her attorney is. He don't want to argue back and forth with you, sir. He said what he said. For a 2-year-old to first off drag a stool, he could have dragged the stool, but climb up in her closet where she has all her clothes on top of a shelf in a corner to grab a pow-pow, to come down and the daughter is laying on the couch and to pow-pow her. That's far-fetched for any of us, I believe, to think about a 2-year-old to do. In the amount of time, keeping in account the timeline that I gave you. So the 2-year-old had to do that and all that with that in between those time frames. Let me just go back really quick here in the timeline. So the 2-year-old between, it had to be between, because the male left at 8:46. She was still in the house with the children. So we'll give her 8:47. He left right after she went out to move the car right after he left and smoke a cigarette. 8:47 to 8:50 is 3 minutes. So the 2-year-old in 3 minutes dragged the chair to the closet, climbed on not the chair. It was a stool. Climbed on a stool. He probably was still not tall enough to reach where that pow was. Pow his sister. Now she's saying that at 8:50 is when she was walking up to the house and saw the muzzle flash. So we're going to take a minute off of that. So in 2 minutes, a 2-year-old did all that. She saw the muzzle flash from outside. That's what she said. But then when they question her further, and she's frustrated because she's trying to play on the sympathy of the jurors. I just watched my 2-year-old pow my daughter. Which one is it? Did he do it while you was outside or did he do it while you was inside? And I stand corrected. He did say, but it was so much arguing going on. He did say that she said she was raped by a male officer. So I stand corrected on that. But y'all, guess what, y'all? I want y'all to get into this next detective because, baby, he ain't come to play. Y'all think the last one, because a lot of officers, a lot of people that are witnesses on the stand, they get tripped up. And he's like, oh no, hold on a minute. No. That's not what I said. That's what you said. Let me tell you what I said. Very articulate, paying attention, quick on his toes, and I can see why he's a detective. Both of them. So, hold on 1 second. Let me just bring this back really quick so I can bring it over. All right. So here she go now to blaming. Here go this raggedy head mother. Ooh.
His goal was clear, to convince the jury that the police were not being truthful. If Whalen could get the jury to question the officer's honesty, it could weaken the prosecution's case, possibly leading to a lighter sentence for Robin, or even an acquittal.
Of a mind ain't like that. You look. Say it again.
And the statement that you made was, I'm going to be straight with you.
Do he got on flip-flops?
Like it's her dad. And I feel like you don't want to tell us that.
Wait a minute.
I feel like he's pissed off about all this stuff that's going on. You won't let him see her. She's scared of him. I feel like he came in here pissed off and he did it. And you're scared to say something because it's going to be the same thing that's been going on down in the past. I feel like that's what happened. You don't want to say it because you're scared. That's what you said, right?
Correct.
Read that next statement that Mr. Riddle made in your presence.
I think you are too. I think he's hit the nail on the head. I don't think he intended to kill the little girl. I think he was going to shoot and scare.
So, that's you laying out that Antoine did it. Mr. Riddle here saying, oh, you hit it right on the nail. I think that's what happened too. And that's when the attitude changed from yelling and screaming, and it's shortly after that you decided what all you need, honey, is this. You give her all. Right?
No, sir. Again, from the onset, when I dealt with her, my concern was you need someone here with you. At the beginning of the interview, when I come in the room, I told her I've checked on Gavin. I've tried to call somebody to be here with you. She says the only person I know is my mom. So from the onset, even though you're trying to play like it's not, I was concerned with her having someone there with her.
I understand all of that. That's not what I'm asking you, officer. Here's the thing. You're saying you are only concerned about Miss Howington's well-being and that she has somebody there to support her. And then you watch Riddle lose his mind and yell and scream at her. Did you ever stop and say, oh, whoa, hang on there, Riddle. Let's talk a minute. Did you ever say that?
No.
You didn't care. And then
I'm sorry, sir. I don't think you can tell me what I thought at that moment.
How many times did you say to her, you don't care?
You can't tell me what I thought at that moment, sir.
I can tell you what you said. How about that?
What did I say at that moment, sir?
You don't care. I don't think you care.
You said that I didn't care about what Investigator Riddle was doing, and you can't tell me how I felt about Investigator Riddle.
I'm saying you didn't have any problem with telling her that she didn't care about her 5-year-old being dead, but you didn't bother to tell him, hey, Riddle, back up a minute.
Her actions were showing that she was only worried about herself and that phone.
Okay, so we have clarified that you believe that that was perfectly good conduct on Riddle's part.
Did I say that, sir? Did I say that, sir?
You just said it was her actions that brought all that on.
No, sir, I did not say that. Those are your words you just said. I just said, what I said is that she was more worried about herself and that phone. She wasn't worried about her 5-year-old. I never said anything about what Investigator Riddle did or how I felt about it.
You just told the grieving mother that she was more concerned about her phone than her dead 5-year-old.
What does the evidence show, sir?
I'm asking you
what does the evidence show? She was more worried about that phone. She tried to give a phone to a random stranger in the restroom, then break it and then put water on it. You're more concerned about that phone and the contents of that phone than you are about making sure we find out who killed your daughter. I don't know how else you can look at that.
Well, can you understand how she might not think you give a damn about her daughter when you yell and scream at her in the interview?
I never yelled and screamed at her, sir.
But you think it's okay because you think that her conduct deserved that.
Sir, for the fourth time.
Let him answer the question.
For the fourth time, I've told you I didn't yell at her, and I didn't say that it was okay to yell at her. I said what she had showed us was that she was more worried about that phone. And at that point, the most important thing that night was a dead 5-year-old. We ain't the dope police. We the murder police. We worry about dead bodies. I don't care if she had sold dope to everybody in Knoxville in that phone. That was not my concern. My concern was why a little girl was dead and why we weren't getting answers from the only witness. That was my concern that night.
Did he read him? Did he read him or did he read him, honey? Baby, we not the dope police. We are the red rum police. And you heard what I said. We want to know why she not answering these questions about her 5-year-old child that is unalive. We don't care about what she's selling. We don't care whether she sold all to all of Knoxville. We care about this 5-year-old that's unalive, and it was just the 5-year-old, the 2-year-old, and her. And now the 5-year-old is no longer in the land of the living. I think he did awesome. I think I can see why him and the other detective are detectives, because they did not let him play in their face. I don't know if he is, because she got bailed out. She was bailed out. So that's why I was like, wait a minute, how she get a French manicure? They doing it like that in the jailhouse? No, she got bailed out. So, baby, put your hat on, put your coat on. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, it's still winter. I'm sleepy. This B.I., she get ready to get on the stand, okay? So they had a detective testified that they found gun residue, powder residue on her and on the 2-year-old. But if the 2-year-old was in close proximity to her when she was pow-powing, it's possible. It's possible. But when you made the 911 call, it didn't seem like you was rendering any aid to your daughter. You just called Destiny. How about you didn't render any aid? And soon as girl, wait till y'all, I'm going to let her tell it. Because God, she didn't even know that she was so busy on the phone calling somebody in Cali that she didn't even know that they had took the baby outside until the court hearing. Y'all, listen, I'm gonna just hear from her. Goddamn, I see you ain't got your attention. I understand, because what in the whole entire, what is going on here? Why are these parents unaliving these children at an alarming rate? And once again, well, this is Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a true crime buff. I was watching something that happened in Florida. That's disgusting. And I'm gonna need to get the clip notes for that and bring that to you with the clip notes, because we just not gonna sit through the trial. But it is disgusting. But that didn't even include no child, no mother on child. This was a whole teenage thing on, a boy thing and these dummies. That's another case. Stay on top of Survivor. All right, here we go.
Call Robin Howington.
Miss Howington, come around, please.
This are getting ready to get on the stand. Get your popcorn. Take the tissue off
If
the
you
stand.
would come up to the
because
witness stand
this-
before you take the
something is
witness
wrong
stand,
with
raise your
her.
right hand and be
Yes.
sworn. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
You're not getting the
Have a seat, adjust the microphone so that you can speak
You're
directly
going to
into
get
it.
the Karen Award.
Howington, you're going to want your water.
Please, thank you.
I bet you that was all. That's all part of the act. You don't want your water. That's all a part of the act.
There you go, so that you can speak directly, and you
I should have my
can tilt the end
wine
up as well if you
today.
need to.
But I ain't having no wine.
Tell the jury your name.
Robin Howington.
And you are the Robin Howington we've been talking about since Monday, right?
Yes, sir.
And how old a woman are you?
41.
You still sell
And
drugs?
where were you born?
Bristol, Tennessee.
How long did you live in Bristol?
Till I was 14.
Scoot that up just a little bit more.
Girl, why you
Pull it right
trying to
there,
open them eyes?
Pull it up
Ain't nothing
closer.
wrong with your eyes. They're a little puffy.
Okay, let's try that. So you lived in Bristol till you were 14.
Yes, sir.
And where did you move then?
Knoxville.
And have you lived in Knoxville since?
Yes, sir.
And do you have family here?
My son, Gavin.
Now, your mother lived in Bristol, right?
Yes.
And for a time she lived with you here.
So we
Yes.
scattered.
And was,
Got eyebrows on the
she
top
passed
and the bottom
the
of her
pendency
eyes.
of this case.
Yes.
Where, back in September of 2019, where were you living?
502 Boston Drive.
And how long had you been there?
For about 4 years.
And who did you live with?
Destiny, Gavin, and myself.
You tried to cry right there. It didn't work.
And just to be clear, did Antoine Oliver ever live at that address?
No, sir.
Did he ever spend the night at that address?
No, sir.
Antoine is Destiny's father.
Was he ever there when you alone that you know of?
No, sir.
So this line of question I don't understand.
And so when you got home from the park, what did you do?
I brought the kids in because they were asleep.
Did you bring them in together or separately?
Separately.
Okay. And you parked your car and brought the kids in, right?
Yes.
And then later you went back out to move the car.
Yes.
Yeah, he's testifying.
When you came home, do you remember where you parked?
Yes. Right in front of the sidewalk.
Is that where you normally park?
No.
Why not?
Because the mailbox is there, so the mailman can't get to the mailbox.
And that doesn't make the mailman happy, does it?
No.
So,
What are we
was
talking
there
about?
a time at which you went back outside to the car?
Yes.
What were you doing?
I was smoking because I do not smoke in my house around my kids.
What else did you do?
I moved my car.
Okay. And you've seen that video from the neighbor's porch, right?
Yes, sir.
If you hadn't seen that video, would you have known any of those times?
No, sir.
Okay.
And
What?
after you get the kids inside, there's a fellow that comes to your door and he's there for 63 seconds or so, right?
Yes.
Do you know who that was?
Yes.
And who was it? Don't tell me. Don't say last name because it's being broadcast. But if we need to, we can get that from.
His name was Jay.
Excuse me.
Jay.
Jay. And why was he there?
He was getting payment from where he tinted my windows on my car
When did he tint the windows?
the day before
And why didn't you pay him on Friday?
because there was bubbles in the tint and I wanted to know if they were going to go away or not.
And did he come and fix that, or did he just?
No, I didn't pay him as much as he originally asked me to.
So after you got through dealing with Jay, what happened?
What did you do?
I made sure the kids was okay, and I went outside to smoke and move my car.
When you came back from moving the car, what did you do?
I was walking up to my house, and it's a glass door, and I seen a flash of light go off.
Yeah, please, not a tear.
And when I walked in, Gavin was screaming and crying, and the gun was on the ground.
Yeah. What is that? I saw something drop.
Some tissues up there in that box.
Look how she's looking at the jury.
Everyone may have a seat. Wait to call for the state. For the defense. General Good, you are recognized for cross-examination.
Okay, Ms. Howington, so we're gonna get into the story that you've told for the first time today here in just a minute. But before we get into that, I want to back up, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to take you back to
another story.
The very first story that you told to the 911 caller. When you called 911, talk about that.
Yes, ma'am.
You initially said that it was an unknown black male. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You said that that black male had essentially broken into your home. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And that black male who you'd never seen a day before in your life shot your daughter in cold blood right in front of you. Is that correct?
Yes.
You said that Gavin was in the room. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said that when this unknown black male who drove a black, what you believe to be Chrysler 300, you recall telling me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You said that he looked at you and his eyes got really big and that he just ran out. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that was your initial story to 911 when you first called, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the 911 call. You just testified that you are walking up into your house and you see the gun go off when Gavin shoots Destiny. Is that what you just testified to?
Yes.
And you've seen the video, the surveillance video from your neighbor's house.
Yes.
Have you not? You've seen that you enter your home at 8:50.
Correct.
Correct?
Timeline.
And now you know that the 911 call was not placed until over 3 minutes later at 8:53:53. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you go back in your home after seeing your daughter get shot by your 2-year-old son, according to you today, and you wait almost 4 minutes to call 911. Is that your testimony?
I had to find my phone. It had fell in between the cushions in the other living room.
Okay. So you see Gavin get shot, you call 911 4 minutes later. But again, you don't tell any of this to the police initially, do you?
No, ma'am.
You blame it on some stranger that you've never seen before in your life that came in and shot your 5-year-old in cold blood. That was your story initially.
An unidentified person, yes. To protect my
Unidentified
son.
black male is what you said, is it not?
Yes, ma'am.
In a black Chrysler 300, you were pretty specific about that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You said that he wasn't wearing a hat,
Yes, ma'am.
that he was a little bit darker complexion than Officer Wardlaw. You actually you described it even to that extent, correct?
Clarified. Now we're on to the interview with Officer Wardlaw. They were talking about the 911.
Sit down, Breezy.
Break that up so
Slip a win.
All right, we'll rephrase the question. At some point in time, did you later describe him as being darker than
Daddy
Officer
got
Wardlaw?
bad feet. Let me.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
that's your
Bad
question.
knees.
All right, so that's 911. So police get on scene.
So that's not 911. She says
Okay, I apologize.
Rephrase your question.
Going back to immediately after the 911 call was placed. Police arrive on scene about 3 minutes after the call is initially placed. Is that correct?
I assume.
You've seen the videos.
Yes.
Okay. And you said just now that you didn't even realize that Officer Cummings had taken Destiny outside until the trial today. Is that correct? That's what you just testified to?
Yes.
That's not true today. He testified on Tuesday.
Oh, shut your greasy ass
Until
down
the trial,
somewhere.
her testimony was she didn't realize that Officer Cummings had taken Destiny out. Is that an accurate statement?
Yes.
The judge don't believe her ass.
And so at 8:56:42, so within about 30 seconds of Officer Cummings arriving, you were on your phone trying to call Callie.
Yes.
Is that why you didn't pay attention to the fact that he was taking your daughter outside?
No.
But again, your daughter's outside at some point and you don't even know she's out there. You don't even know that the police officer has taken your daughter that's been shot outside.
I had went out there and asked if she was okay and if Gavin was okay. That was also in the video that you just spoke of.
Okay, but again, Ms. Howington, you just testified that you didn't realize that Destiny had been taken outside because you were tending to Gavin. Was that not your testimony just
Yes.
now? Okay, so you knew where Gavin was,
Yes.
according to your own statement just now. But you didn't know that the officer had taken Destiny outside to wait for the ambulance. Until the trial, you didn't know that.
No.
But you were on your phone trying to call Callie.
If that's what it says, then yes, I went out there and they told me to step back, that they were doing everything that they possibly could.
Okay, so either you knew
Let's
she
talk
was
about
out
when
there
you
or she wasn't until
meet
today,
Officer
until
Riddle
this
for the first
day.
time at your house before you are taken to
me,
UT
y'all.
Hospital. Okay, you once again make a claim that it is an unknown individual, an unknown male, broke into your house and shot your daughter in cold blood, didn't you?
Yes, to protect my son, I sure did.
Okay. You didn't say anything about the gun being outside at that point, did you?
No.
Again, you're sticking with the story that it's this unknown man. So to the police officers, they think that there is a murderer on the loose based on your statement, correct?
Yes.
And that statement that you made was made prior to you ever talking to a law enforcement officer that night.
Yes.
So you are the one that put this idea that this was a murder in the investigator's head, correct?
That's what you want to say, yes.
Well, ma'am, it's not my words, okay? Are you the one that told police officers that someone had came in and murdered your child?
Yes.
And so that is the reason that these officers treated this as a murder investigation, is it not?
Yes, but I was trying to protect my son at any cost.
Okay.
Girl, nobody don't give a
Do you initially
goddamn
remember
about
telling
them damn
officers that you
crocodiles?
had no
Yeah.
idea that there was even a gun outside of your house? Do you recall that?
I will continue to say the same thing, ma'am. I was trying to protect my son, and you just can't accept that this was an accident. You just can't accept it.
Ma'am, listen, my question was, you initially told the officers that you had no idea about a gun outside of your house, didn't you?
Ma'am, I was not in my right
Ma'am?
mind. I had just seen my baby shoot my daughter. Do you not understand?
I hear what you're saying, but my question to you was, did you initially tell the officers that you had no idea about any sort of gun outside of your home?
If it's on the video, then that's what I said, ma'am.
Can we get the screen, please?
Yes, it was.
So again, right here, you tell the officers that you don't have a gun, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You tell the officers that it would surprise you if a gun was found outside your home, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
But seeing as how you were the one that put the gun out there, that's not true, is it?
I was trying to protect my son. I was not in my right mind.
And at that time, you had also asked multiple people to go and pick up that gun, had you not?
Because I did not want it to come back to Gavin. Do you not understand what I'm saying, ma'am?
Miss Howington, my question is, at that point in time, you had asked multiple people to come and pick up that gun that you put outside your home, had you not?
To protect Gavin.
Maybe it's a yes or a no.
Gavin
Had you
was
asked multiple people to get that gun from outside your house, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Now she may explain her answer. She's answering.
I think she has, but if you want to, again, explain your reasoning for doing so.
I was trying to protect my son, and nobody wants to accept that. What would you do?
Can I?
After 5 days of testimony, the jury entered.
She said, can I answer that? The judge said no. Listen, Judge, let them give it to her ass because Gavin was 2 years old. That does not need to be lost on us that Gavin was 2. Okay? Let's not also let it be lost on us that they fed her with this line that because she said there was a black male that randomly broke into her house. So, yeah, nobody don't get mad Yeah, get mad at Robin Howington because that's how she said it. Right? She said it was a black male that broke into the house randomly and pow-powed her daughter. So the detectives was frustrated. So if you are ever in an interrogation, they'll feed you something to see if you pick up what they putting down and run with it. And that's what she did. So her children are, their father is African American, black, whatever you calling it today. And you can tell. So that's what the detectives put out there. She latched onto it. Guess what she did? Because she latched onto that narrative and put it out there, this baby's father was not allowed to go to her funeral. She barred the baby's father. This was the last eat to the baby's father. Because 2 days prior to this unaliving, they had an argument. So my theory is she did this to get back at the baby father, and then to take it a step further and add insult to injury, she didn't allow him to see his baby get buried. But let me show you. I'm going to show y'all what he said, okay? Because that is the end. The judge didn't believe her. The judge, I think. Hold on, so before I get to that, let's go on here and let go on here and let the. So it took the jury's less than 2 hours to return a verdict, but they didn't return the right verdict. That's my opinion, and that's my thought, and I'm sticking to it, okay? They didn't get it right. She got some time, but she didn't get the time that she deserved for taking that little young, beautiful baby's life. All right. So, like I said, they did it, but they didn't do it right. Okay, here they go.
Waive the call for the state or the defense. If you could pass the verdict form up here, please, Mr. Morgan.
Stand up, Karen.
Mr. Martz, I understand you are the foreperson of this jury. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I understand the jury has reached a unanimous verdict as to each of the counts contained within this indictment. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
If you would stand, please, sir.
Well,
Ms. Howington, if you would stand and face the jury. Mr. Martz, as to the first count of this indictment charging first-degree felony murder, has the jury reached a unanimous verdict?
Yes, we have.
And that verdict is what, please?
The jury find the defendant Robin Rebecca Howington guilty of reckless homicide.
As to the second count, alleging aggravated child neglect, has the jury reached a unanimous verdict?
Yes, sir.
And that verdict is what, please?
We, the jury, find the defendant Robin Rebecca Howington guilty of aggravated child neglect.
After the verdict was read,
So, okay. He's going to do commentary after this, and that's it. The judge basically did not believe her. This bitch got 22 years. And the charges were ran concurrent, not consecutively. Pisses me off. She should have got a concurrent, she should have been charged and should have been made to serve those sentences concurrently. Consecutively, not concurrently. So concurrently, it's like they combined all the charges into one, and so you just serving that time. I don't like that. She intentionally took that little girl's life, because if she said that pow pow was where it was, we know that 2-year-old baby ain't gonna get that pow pow, and we know that you did it. But the judge didn't believe her. But let me put up the statement from Destiny's dad. Hold on a minute. The prosecutors wanted them to throw the book at her, just get his bitch life. And they didn't. So this is, let me take this closed caption off because y'all could read it. Let me bring it on over. This is Mr. Antoine Oliver was not able to go to his baby's funeral because his daughter's mother is a lying ass, Karen ass wench. I said what I said, and I don't apologize for it, because if I apologize, I'm going to be apologizing. He said, and I quote, "They ruined my life while I was trying to process the unaliving of my baby girl. She is a lowlife." That he is talking about Robin, aka Karen. She is a lowlife who cared nothing about destiny, only herself. Robin is the reason my daughter is unalived. I want her to rot in prison. And I'm right with you, Mr. Antoine Oliver. She deserves to rot in prison. Because, like, you, first of all, had these cops out here thinking that they had a red rummer on the loose. And it was not so. Second off, how dare you, for your own selfish, gain, how dare you not allow this man to mourn his child because you had an issue with him? So I just believe that she said this is the lad, like she looks evil. Something about her nose. Something about her nose. It's very witch-like. So this is what the judge said. And I quote, "I will never believe that your 2-year-old shot," or pow, excuse me, YouTube, it is early in the morning, pow, your daughter. I don't think you were honest with the jury about that. You are not the victim in this case. Close quotes. Judge Green. Okay? So he said it. I don't believe you. You lied to this jury. She lied to everybody. How many stories did the bitch come up with? Come on now. What is going on with these parents unaliving their children? And in this case, it is not to me, just to me. Let me see what Allie's talking about over here. Because I like the scandalous. Allie said, hold on. Wait, is this the same one you were just covering earlier? I just noticed you were live again. Oh, Allie, you just came back. No, see, I couldn't. The system over there, I'm about to tell, just give me my money. Just give me my money. Because it ain't work out over there. So yeah, I had to come over here, speed through it. I still had to give some commentary. Yeah, that is her. That's her. Was crying on the stand. I don't know what part you came in on, but it's much quicker than before. So if you want to, this is the Cliff Notes version. The trial is condensed. But yeah, that's her. Saying I didn't start, nothing new. I just didn't get to finish. Y'all didn't see the detectives, which we saw them here. They did an excellent job. So I don't know when you came back in, Allie, but check it out. I'm going to leave my happy birthday to me in the scroll all month because it's March. It's Pisces season, and it's March. And even when the Pisces run all the way and whatever sign comes after hours come in, I'm all March. It's going to be in the banner. Pisces season. Okay? And shout out to Allie, who is the show sponsor for the day, and she just came back because it's not the first time we was live, but we don't want to talk about that. All right, because if you wasn't there, then you just wasn't there. So yeah, we got Allie. I don't know. I got a J running through there, but I was supposed to take that off. I'm so sorry. So shout out to Allie today, who is the sponsor of today's show. Thank you for let me play this because I didn't play this yesterday because I was on the wine. Now your girl, I don't even drink occasionally. So yesterday was the first time in a long time. But I must say I didn't have a headache when I woke up this morning. That's that relax Riesling. It'll sneak up on you though. All right, I didn't have a headache that this morning. But it was a whole bottle to the head. Y'all saw it. Y'all was here for the little birthday celebration yesterday. It was funny. I had a good time with y'all. I didn't stay up much later after that. But I gotta play this for all y'all that's in here. Shout out to Next to See. The super chat or super chat. I love you all. And I forgot to play that yesterday for all the people that gave all the birthday love yesterday. Shout out to Nessa C for holding us down tonight. No one was in here on the other live. He probably in here somewhere in the backdrop still. Probably. Yeah, he probably in here. He be around. But shout out to Nessa C. She's all wrenched on up over here in the Survivor Nation, rocking out with me all, on the wee hours of the morning today. Thank you, Nessa. And I will reach out to you later and talk to you later about some things. But thank you so much, Allie. Thank you so much for coming back, Eula sister. Thank you for waking up and stopping in. And remember, no question is a silly one. I think that's silly coming in. I don't know if you've been you or something that was playing at the time, but whatever it is, girl, whatever you want to ask, just ask on the way. Rebecca Cry, thank you for all your support and always coming through and hanging out with your girl. Like I said, shout out to no one. He was here earlier. He may be here. Sometime he be here, and so when you hear his name, he appears. Like, what's up? I'm right here. What did you say? Shout out to the other Pisces girl. Go ahead and shout. What? Somebody's birthday is today. Oh, is it for Vernicia Williams? Son's birthday is today. Happy birthday to that young man. And somebody's birthday is either tomorrow or the day after. I forgot, but I do know Vernicia's son's birthday was today. She, told us yesterday. Shout out, to her for stopping by yesterday, supporting your girl and just giving the little birthday blessing. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody else that just came and said hello, happy birthday, and I'm out. I appreciate it, everybody. I like seeing all the mods here yesterday, all on one accord. Was we missing anybody? I don't think we was missing anybody yesterday out of the mods. I don't think so. But anywho, it's still my birthday. It is still my birthday. Oh my, I'm celebrating. So that's going to be in the banner. But anyway, I done kept y'all here long enough. It is 3:24 a.m. Allie, I don't know if you was here and you heard. Oh my God, I saw this story today out of Florida. Oh girl, I think I'm gonna do the Cliff Note version. I'm gonna have to do the Cliff Notes. I'm gonna have to do the Cliff. I was so bothered. It wasn't even about a child and a mother. It was teenagers on like senseless, just senseless. But the mother of one of the teens said, "You can't get away with nothing. Do you know how much true crime I watch? Your cameras, and you can't get away with nothing." So if you watch true crime, ma'am, if you consume a whole lot of true crime, I don't think any of us could say what we would do. Why is you letting your daughter talk to these cops out here? She done gave them a whole She done confessed, told on everybody else that was involved, what they was wearing, what they did. She tried to remove herself from the situation just a little bit. But baby, it just made it worse because the whole goddamn crowd was caught on different parts, different cameras. And they had a lady who saw them standing around a little bonfire. She didn't realize what it was, but because she saw the fire, she had went and told the security. And didn't know that she was reporting an unaliving. Well, the aftermath of an unaliving, they were trying to burn up their clothes. Now, child, that's a cliff note of the cliff notes of the story. But child, I might just put up a video of this woman that said that all I do is watch true crime. You know what? And we never know what we're gonna do in that when you put in that position. But she was thinking like, but if you watch true crime, why would you ask these cops? Well, before her daughter said anything. Well, I really don't want her to say anything because I don't want to bring her to the police station. And then when I leave, I'm leaving without my daughter because she arrested. Man, what true crime you watching? Because your daughter just sat here and told them everything from back to front, front to back, with a little sprinkle of a lie. She tried to say she thought that they was just going to fight. And the boy asked her to come because, you know, she used to be out there out there just hitting them with the 1-2. So the boy asked her to come out there and fight with them. Girl, they done sent the DM to this girl in school who was so turned off that she done gave the DMs to her aunt. Her aunt went right to the police station. And that it started the little trickle down effect. Well, her niece didn't have nothing to do with it. These dummies done put this stuff in and bragging about they gang. I'm gang. This ain't the first time I done unalive somebody. Y'all typing all they're typing it. Not even amongst y'all three. Y'all got a whole group chat going on. What the hell is going on in the United States of America? I'm gonna be like some people. You know, a lot of people are leaving the U.S. and guess where they moving? It's not even just Africa. They moving to China and Japan now. Listen, I know somebody that live over there. I know somebody personally that live over there. And if y'all need to get y'all little you're interested in starting a business and things like that, my girl just started it's called PNK International Trading Company Ltd. Now if you go over there to my T page, she's on there. And then you go follow her because she said, if you're ready to start your business, let me know. She's been living over there going on 2 years. But you can't tell me Blaine start this whole, like, Blaine been doing this. She been doing this. You said the music notes. The music notes. Love your Cliff Note versions to get up. Yeah, I think that will be me saying that to my child. Do you know how much true crime I watch? Don't do the crime. You're on camera everywhere. Laugh out loud. This is what her mother said, but then your mother proceeded to let you talk to the cops. And so then she talked to the cops outside of the apartment, and the girl says to the mom, child, she says, Mom, I was waiting for them to come. I was preparing myself because what I just told them means I was an accomplice. So apparently she watched true crime too, because she said 16? She was the 16-year-old, I think. I think she was the 16. She was a 16-year-old because the other girl was 17. And the boy, I want to say he was either 16 or 17. The whole boy, the reason why this all went down. And here you got this senior that should be getting ready. That should have been getting ready for his formal. Should have been getting ready for his prom and graduation. No longer here. And what they used to unalive him with was just crazy. And how this girl said that he was begging for his life. Y'all, I can't take it. I don't know what's going on. Just stop the world. Let me off. I'm tired. But I can't stop watching true crime. That's it. That's my obsession. I'm sorry. So she said, what is going on in the world? Like jail calls? Why are you talking on them about stuff when it says this call is subject to my listen? People be calling me like, hello, is this? That's how I be, because I be on the mannequin challenge. Somebody call you and ask you what your name is, you better say no or hit the clicker, because that's how people scam people. They got these people very tech savvy. Hi, am I speaking to? You said yes. You've been and said yes, so you just signed all the money that you got over to them. So I never hear when somebody call me like, is this a lot of time they just hit the, as soon as you say, is this? Yeah. And the kids these days putting everything on social media and DMing these kids. I don't know yet that with a warrant, even if you delete it, the police can access it. That's what they fail to believe. Even Snapchat. People need to stop thinking. And even now we're seeing WhatsApp. Let me tell y'all. Let me tell you what to watch out for. Allie, listen. I don't know if you. Oh, well, I did a video on the Donald Adelson case the other day. The old lady trying to get out of jail. They got one more. One more. Wendy Adelson, her daughter, is an attorney. Baby, you done had all the time you're gonna have with them boys. They coming for you next. People better know that WhatsApp. Remember, everybody uses WhatsApp because it's confidential and it's this and it's this and it's this. No, baby. This case is from 2014. I told y'all that they done had 4 trials already. Donald Adelson will be the 5th trial added to this case. This is one case. She's going to be trial number 5. Wendy Adelson, you're going to be trial number 6 because your race messages, you was talking to your mom and them on WhatsApp. You must have erased your WhatsApp messages, but your mama did not. And even if they didn't, they can get those records from WhatsApp. Y'all better know they done passed that already. WhatsApp ain't safe either. It's just easier to connect with somebody in another country. But as far as them subpoenaing the records and getting those records, nothing is safe. And Snapchat, the stuff is supposed to disappear in 24 hours. However, I've watched many a trial where they have Snapchat records. Now, what people don't know is if you save the Snapchat, well, a lot of people know this. If you save the Snapchat, I don't even use Snapchat, so I don't know how it works. I'm just telling you based on me being a true crime junkie. Listen, you can get all the tea over here. Now, listen, on Snapchat, if the person saves your snap, you talk to somebody on Snap, they save it. They normally tell the person that you saved the snap. But it's some way that you can go on ahead and move that snap somewhere else. There's something about a grid. I'm going to have to look it back up. Because in the Ayanna Sawyer case, that's what she started to do. She knew something wasn't right with Uncle Jose. He started threatening her and stuff and all this other stuff because she was with his child, having the child by him, and so was his wife. You decided to be the PDF perv. So she started saving his messages in Snapchat on some type of grid. And that's how they got those messages from Snapchat. That's the same way the story about the girl that was in the army. Oh my God. I forgot what her first name. Last name is Haskell. Her husband's name was Tyrone Haskell. They set up a whole Snapchat thing because she done was over there cheating on her husband, and they was all in Korea together. But he had elevated. He was a sergeant, so he was in another barracks. Meanwhile, she in another barracks, letting the platoon guy just knocking on down. They done made a pact over there in Korea. When we go on vacation back to the United States, I'm gonna need you to pow him, and that's what he did. Do you know that the Army releases, you get $400,000 if your spouse gets unalive while they're in the Army, regardless to whether it is on an Army, not platform, but their territory, on their turf or not. So they had already deposited $100K in her account. Like 2 days later, she crying at his mama in his daddy house, grieving with her son. Until they had to figure out, wait a minute, hold the hell on. What had happened was, what? Yeah, she done set that man up. She doing life today without the possibility of parole. The Army base, yeah, you got it, Ellie. You know, I got chemo fog brain. The Army base, yes. Don't make a difference whether you're on the Army base and Army housing, because you know some of them, they have like Army housing where they have like the condos and the townhomes. It's still Army base, still. Or not. Meaning he was unalived in his parents' driveway. This trick had $200K in her account 2 days later. Her and the other Jeremy Quaylar, that's his name, they was going to live happily ever after. He sitting on it looking like, all right, I can't do nothing else in life because I was on the short bus all my life. I'm in the Army now. Baby, he apologized to that man's father. I was scared because his father was like, okay. His father went to see him in jail because he requested for him to come see him, and he did. His father was like, okay. This is how he was sitting there. All right. Mm-hmm. You know we got a lot of family in jail, right? I just want to let you know that. Got a lot of people that, we know. Mm-hmm. We cool with, yeah. I just thought I'd tell you that. Because, because I just want you to be safe in the eye. All right. Thank you for the apology. And he got up and walked away. I said, I'm scared. Can somebody call the cops for me? Can somebody call the cops for me? Because I'm scared. It was crap. He was like, you had something to tell me? Okay. Yeah. They gonna whoop you. Anyhow, and he's in jail in his town. He's not even from here. This slow mofo drove hours over here behind some coach. Y'all, I'm gonna get ready to get on up out of here. Thank y'all for being here, and for y'all that's put up with my shenanigans with the testing over there. Child, I done erased that video already because it got crazy. I'm gonna send them a message. You know what? Unsubscribe. Send me my money back. Listen. I love it if I could have got it together, but I couldn't. And it's not working for me. So send me my money. All right. So it wouldn't be me. I'm about to go to bed, y'all. It wouldn't be me if I didn't end the show by raising awareness that men can get breast cancer too. Because of the stigma associated with the word breast, over here on the Survivor Speaks channel, we have changed the word to peck and or chest cancer. So let's continue to break the stigma and spread awareness. Y'all tell the men out there that they get breast cancer too. And to my ladies, I don't have my soundboard on today right about now. Make sure you're getting your mammograms, filling on your boobies to make sure that you are all right. All right. And don't you dare let anyone come into your house and disturb the peace that passes all understanding. I'm Survivor Speaks. I'll see you guys in the next live stream or the next video upload. Peace. Bye. Gotta go.
Survivor Speaks is the name at the end of the day. People love me or hate me, I don't care either way. Breast cancer busted through like a thief in the night. A cancer's ass was knocked out before the end of the fight. A champion coming through, knocking everything out. It's just hard if you see, I do nothing for clout. Just like cancer, I'll let nothing take me out. So be respectful when you step foot inside of my house. Over here to have your ass escorted on out. So hop up out the bushes, wrap your feet, take a seat, and get comfortable and chill with your girl. Survivor Speaks, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Who, what? I'm Survivor Speaks. What time is it? What time is it? It's time for you to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you get a notification each and every time that I go live. Yeah.